Caitlin Clark makes her debut appearance on Netflix with David Letterman on his show.
Caitlin Clark just made her first appearance on David Letterman's Netflix show, and it's a big deal. People were already talking after the two were seen at the famous Long's Bakery in Indiana, and the excitement only grew from there. Safe to say, the episode lived up to the hype.
What are we doing? I'll just take a Bloody Mary. That's a joke. We're just having fun. Okay, is everybody ready? We're buying everything, okay? Oh, my gosh. Get your order.
Whatever you want, it's on him.
Yeah, I got TV money.
One of everything.
On the show, Caitlin wasn't just the basketball star everyone knows. She was real, funny, and completely relatable. She opened up and told stories that went far beyond the game.
And I gotta say, I don't think Caitlin Clark gets enough credit for her humor because this episode was riddled with it. And I think it's safe to say that Caitlin Clark has had quite a busy offseason. I mean, she hung out with Taylor Swift, she was on Eli Manning's podcast, she was on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights, but Netflix is a new one.
One jaw-dropping moment, she casually revealed that she once scored 22 points in just 2 minutes during a scrimmage against a men's basketball team. Yep, 22 points, 120 seconds, and a bunch of guys trying to stop her. Unreal.
And this was probably the most viral clip of them all. Caitlin Clark talking about how she scored 22 points in 2 minutes against a men's practice team.
It's moments like this that get people talking, especially about her going head-to-head with male players who have obvious physical advantages. Clark's performance isn't just impressive, it's redefining what we thought was possible.
Speaking of videoing practices, there's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if it actually happened because
it happened.
Actually saw it.
No, you know what happened.
So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. They basically just volunteer their time, and I think we were down 15. So we make a couple threes. We cut it to 10, maybe. I don't even know.
Now, when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes. So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry. 22 points.
As the conversation with David Letterman continued, Clark talked about the hard work she put in to sharpen her three-point shot.
And they were jumping out of their chairs, going crazy. Usually I never react when something I hit a big shot, or I do, but never in a shocked way. After my fifth three in a row in a minute, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it.
That's right. Her dad actually ripped up part of their driveway and spray painted a three-point line just so she could practice. That kind of dedication says it all. It wasn't just about basketball, it was the beginning of something special.
She goes into the three-point line story about how she spray painted a three-point line because she wanted to get good at those logo bombs. And her dad tore out part of her driveway and they created a three-point line. She mentions how she originally wanted it in her backyard, but that was a no-go with the rent.
That driveway isn't just a fun story. It's where Caitlin Clark's journey really took off. She spent countless hours out there, shooting until her arms were sore, building the muscle memory that now makes her unstoppable on the court. What's incredible is how humbly she talked about it on Letterman's show, like she doesn't fully grasp how remarkable her start really was. While most kids make do with what they have, Clark's family reshaped their home to support her gift.
She seemed pretty humbled by the gesture, and she basically was saying she never expected to get where she was. She never expected to see people wearing her jersey, and she actually exceeded all her own expectations.
And then came the Michigan game, the turning point. Clark didn't just play well. She hit that rare zone athletes talk about, where everything clicks, the game slows down, and the hoop looks huge. She nailed 4 three-pointers in just 6 minutes. Tough, deep shots with defenders all over her. Even Letterman brought it up during the interview. Was that unforgettable?
Letterman has actually been a fan of Caitlin since her Iowa days. They go over her breakout game against Michigan, where she drills 4 three-pointers in 6 minutes. She does get 30 points, but they lost the game.
Clark called that game her personal, oh my gosh moment, the one where it hit her that something big was happening. Imagine coming home after a game, turning on SportsCenter, and seeing yourself on the screen. That's when she realized her life was about to change.
In final 6 minutes, you hit 4 three-pointers, scored 21 points, pulled the Hawkeyes within 5 with
still
one.
Lost.
Yeah. Michigan won, but Iowa was euphoric. People became aware of, oh my God, it's Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. What are we going to do?
It's no wonder Ball State University showed up in full force when Clark appeared on Letterman's show. The standing ovation she got wasn't just a polite clap. It was a loud, powerful salute to her greatness. This wasn't just any guest. It was a cultural icon walking into the room. And how did Clark react? With genuine surprise and humility, saying she never imagined getting to this point. That's what makes her story so impactful, the way her extraordinary talent contrasts with her down-to-earth personality. While her skills made her a star, it's the challenges she's faced that truly show who she is.
Final 6 minutes, you hit 4 three-pointers, scored 21 points, pulled the Hawkeyes within 5
And
with
still
one.
lost.
Yeah. Michigan won, but Iowa was euphoric. People became aware of, oh my God, it's Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. What are we going to do?
Yeah. I remember, we obviously didn't have, everybody active that game, but, Coach Bluter wasn't even that mad that we didn't win. She was, staring at the TV oh my gosh. Everybody was just kind of, in awe. Even I was wow, we're
Right.
on Sports Center.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's like seeing Santa on your
I
roof.
know, it's wow. I made Sports Center top 10. I would stay up as a kid and watch that. So I feel that was definitely kind of the oh my gosh moment for sure. But
When Letterman asked her if WNBA veterans were targeting her, Clark didn't play the victim or stir up drama. Instead, he completely flipped the question with just 4 words. What does targeted mean? That simple response showed her incredible composure, handling a tough question with ease and sidestepping potential controversy.
Times they touched on some more serious topics like the physicality in the league and whether or not she was being targeted by other players, which she responds that no, she was not being targeted by other players.
The shift from college superstar to WNBA rookie hasn't been easy for Clark. Veterans aren't exactly rolling out the red carpet for the most hyped rookie in league history, but instead of complaining about the tough treatment, Clark's response to Letterman highlighted her championship mindset. She didn't buy into the idea that she was being unfairly singled out. Instead, she embraced the competitive nature of professional sports.
I know that this is a heavily debated topic. That also does depend on what your meaning of targeted is, because if you are saying, did people have their eye on her because she was this crazy rookie phenom that entered the WNBA that everybody wanted to make sure didn't make them look like a chump or whatever, but some people, believe that she was targeted in a nefarious manner, to which her response to that was that the WNBA does level up. When you go from college to the WNBA, the women in the WNBA have had years to work on.
You can learn a lot about an athlete by how they handle adversity, and Clark's response said it all. She embraced the tough, physical nature of the pro game as just part of competing at the highest level. The veterans, with years of experience, don't need any swagger. They've earned their respect. Clark made it clear she respects them but won't play the victim. Instead of complaining about the rough treatment, she turned it into an opportunity to grow. She shifted the conversation from the physicality of the game to her plans for off-season strength training. When faced with a challenge, her first thought isn't to blame others, but to ask, how can I get better? Even during the bowling segment with Letterman, her competitive spirit shone through.
I did mention how in the off-season, that was what she was focusing on, getting bigger to go up against these more experienced, more yoked players.
When Letterman reached out for a high five, Clark hesitated. "I'm your competitor," she said, turning down the friendly gesture, like a chess player who never lets their guard down, even in casual moments. Clark's competitive mindset is always on, and it's this drive that helps her thrive in the pressure cooker of professional basketball, where every move is analyzed by millions.
there you go.
Come on, you mother.
That was better.
I sense that you were reluctant to do that.
You're my opponent.
Oh, that's right.
This fierce competitive drive has been one of Clark's biggest strengths, but it's also posed challenges. During the interview, she shared how her coach, Lisa Bluter, helped her manage her emotions on the court. Clark admitted that when frustration builds up, she sometimes needs to step away, a rare moment of vulnerability from an athlete who usually seems unshakable in the public eye.
And her competitive spirit kind of shined as she was super reluctant to give David Letterman a high five after a pretty solid roll.
Am I up?
Did you catch that Clark gives the best hugs? Coach Bluter shared a heartwarming detail that really humanizes the basketball star. showing that while Clark's intensity on the court is undeniable, she also has a side full of genuine warmth.
That was addressing the fine line that Bluder would let Caitlin Clark get emotional, but also rein it back in to be healthy for the team as a leader. But on a lighter note, she did say that Caitlin Clark gives